Hey guys, All In Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. I hope you've all had a fantastic week so far. Today, guys, we're going to be jumping into Sundaeswap, one of the DEXs to come out of the Cardano ecosystem. We all know that we have the Alonzo hard fork coming up on the 12th of September, and this is going to allow smart contract capabilities on Cardano. We've gone over on a number of occasions the Cardano ecosystem and some of the projects to come out of it. And Sundaeswap is a DEX, a decentralized exchange, to come out of the Cardano ecosystem. So in this video, guys, we're going to be asking and answering a number of questions, like, for example, what is Sundaeswap, why it may potentially be a good investment, and that's something that I think lots of you want to know. Is Sundaeswap going to be a good investment? Now, I cannot financially advise anybody. I'm not a financial advisor, and nothing I say or do on this video is financial advice. But we're going to take a look at some other DEXs on other networks such as Ethereum. We're going to look at UNISWAP for a specific case, and we're also going to look at PANCAKE swap for Binance Smart Chain, and just how well they've done as an investment if you had got in early, and kind of apply that to Sundaeswap. Now, the first thing that I want to point out, guys, is if you look over here at the Cardano ecosystem, you can see that there are a number of DEXs. The three kind of main DEXs that I've been hearing about that I think have the most community behind them is firstly Sundaeswap, which is one reason why perhaps, if you look at their Twitter, they've got one of the biggest Twitter followings out of the Cardano DEXs. People use what they know. People use what they've heard of. One reason most people use Uniswap is because it's the most well-known DEX. That's the simple fact of it. And perhaps not even because you can get better fees. You can use things like 1inch and a variety of other platforms that actually are DEXs on Ethereum that can sometimes offer a better deal. But people use Uniswap because it's the most known. And that's what I'm targeting out of these DEXs. So the three that I've really looked at are Sundaeswap, ADEX. We actually own ADEX. Because you can already buy it on an exchange. We are going to make a separate video about ADAX and ErgoDEX. Now, there are a number of other good DEXs in here. YaySwap is one that's been spoken about quite highly, and Polyswap. But the three that I think have the most kind of following at the moment are Sundaeswap, ADEX, and Ergo. So today we're going to focus on Sundaeswap, which is perhaps the largest in terms of following DEX that we have. So let's jump straight into the project, guys, and we'll talk about the investment. That was just quite a little side piece about it being the most popular, meaning it's probably going to, this is an indication that it's probably going to gain the most adoption and be perhaps people's first port of call when they're looking to swap tokens within the Cardano ecosystem. So let's get straight into it, guys. So what is Sundaeswap? Well, Sundaeswap is a DEX. Essentially, it's a decentralized platform that allows you to trade between tokens. So, for example, Uniswap, which we're going to take a look at in a second, allows you to trade between ERC20 tokens. The fees are ridiculous at the moment due to the Ethereum network, but you have things like PancakeSwap, swap, which will allow you to swap in and out of tokens, BEP2s or BEP20s, tokens on the Binance Smart Chain. And Sundaeswap essentially is the Cardano equivalent of those two. So it's going to allow you to swap in and out of different ADA tokens, different tokens that have come out of the Cardano ecosystem. It's going to do these pretty cost efficiently, certainly more cost efficiently than some of the gas fees that we're seeing at the moment. I mean, just to make a swap on Uniswap right now, it's $79 or around about $80, which is insane. PancakeSwap is a lot cheaper. It's fractions of that. And Sundaeswap is probably going to come somewhere in between those. So Sundaeswap essentially is a DEX, a decentralized exchange. And this is going to allow people to trade in and out of tokens of the Cardano ecosystem. And not only that, it's going to allow people to actually earn. It's going to be a way for people to earn somewhat of a passive income with their tokens by providing things like liquidity. How a DEX essentially works is it's operated by individuals. So instead of a centralized entity providing liquidity at both ends in order for you to transact between tokens, it's done in a decentralized way where anybody can provide liquidity. So I could put, for example, some Sunday against some ADEX, and if I provide equal amounts, I'll be able to facilitate somebody transacting in between those tokens, and I will get rewarded as a result. It's a way for people to kind of mine liquidity and get rewarded as a result. So there's lots of things you can do. I'm sure you'll be able to stake Sunday as well. It's going to launch in an initial stake pool offering. Bit of complication with this, guys. Initially, they were going to run their own stake pool. I think legally, because in 2017 we had so many ICOs. There's lots of people have come out, such as Gary Gensler, and said all ICOs are essentially a security, and that doesn't really, that's not no project out there wants to come under regulatory scrutiny, because it can be very damaging to the project. We're seeing that with XRP at the moment, and it can actually be very expensive. So they're going to want to stay in the clear. So what they've done, instead of running their own stake pool, and this is also going to really make people that already have a stake pool happy, because they're not going to be stealing from not stealing, but people aren't going to be moving their tokens from that stake pool over to Sundaeswap stake pool. They're actually going to be choosing a number of stake pools that already exist, well-established stake pools that already exist in the kind of Cardano stake pools, and they're going to be actually giving them giving those stake pools Sundaeswap to distribute. So how it will work, I think it's coming around about the mid of October. I'm going to keep you up to date. 15th or 14th, I can't quite remember. It's coming in October at some point. They've said that that's kind of a date, but please nobody hold them to that. We know smart contracts are coming live on the 12th of September. Guys, let me tell you right now, there is going to be very few complete projects launching on that date. People are going to start launching, bugs are going to get found and things are going to kind of transition. There will be, they're not going to be a fully launched DEX. They're going to launch the DEX around about the same time as the stake pool. In fact, I think they are on the exact same time. So you'll be able to, they'll launch the DEX and then you'll be able to stake for 5 epoch, I think it is, your Cardano to one of these stake pools that Sundaeswap choose, and you'll be able to get your Cardano rewards and your Sunday. So it will kind of tie in together. So instead of them having a stake pool and kind of using it as a funding mechanism, now that it's already funded and the DEX is built, they're using it as a way to distribute tokens to the many, and it really offers a great opportunity. And we're going to look at that in a second, because if you've been an early investor in something like UNISWAP or PancakeSwap, you'd have done very well. And I think Sundaeswap is going to offer the same thing. You need a DEX in a decentralized ecosystem. Let's go back to the card. DEXs are going to play a crucial part. For example, I use Uniswap to get into many small tokens, because lots of tokens out there haven't quite got listed on exchanges, yet you can find them because of the decentralized nature of these DEXs on something like Uniswap or PancakeSwap. I can get in really small projects with very low market caps. In fact, we got into a Polkadot based token, which I'm not going to name now, that has I think 7 million in terms of market cap, and that's through PancakeSwap, because they like their kind of Binance Smart Chain products, or to launch on that chain. So that's there is definitely a need for a DEX. They're going to play a key role, and like I say, being an early investor is going to serve you very well. If we look at something like Uniswap, for example, it has $17 billion in terms of market cap. I actually got the airdrop. I think it was almost a year ago, probably over a year now. You actually could have, if you had interoperated and connected your MetaMask to Uniswap and used it, they actually airdropped you, I think it was like $1,500 worth of tokens, which I sold way too early. I think I actually sold it for Cardano, or swapped it into Cardano, which in hindsight wasn't the worst decision in the world. But Uniswap's done very well. Now, one thing that I want to point out, and it's why I kind of brought up me liking Sundaeswap. I've already got a DEX. I've not got any of the other DEXs yet. But one reason that I really like Sundaeswap is because they're the most well known. I think it's logical to suggest that with this kind of a following, they're going to gain the most amount of adoption, providing that things go well. Remember, when these projects get launched, there could be a bug of some sort. There could be a liquidity, there could be some sort of a bug that really damages the protocols. So there's a lot more risk getting involved with these. And if you're looking to pick a DEX, I'm planning on owning Sundaeswap, Ergo, and probably a number of other DEXs. I'm going to cover all bases here, because you are going to get one prominent DEX, and then you're going to have, you look much the same as the Ethereum network works, and even Binance Smart Chain, although they're a lot less known, the other DEXs on there. You have a variety of DEXs, but one is going to be significantly more dominant than the other, and that, for Ethereum's case, is Uniswap. For Binance Smart Chain, it's PancakeSwap. And I think Sundaeswap could potentially be that. There's a lot still to play for. I like what ADAX is doing. It might even be the case that we have two competing that are of a similar price. But my thoughts are there's going to be one that's going to be more well recognised, and I think that might be Sundaeswap. So this is a project I'm personally going to be going for. I'm going to try and take part I will be taking part in the initial stake offering, and we'll kind of take it from there. Like I say, they were going to do their own stake pool. I think because of legal issues, they've decided to kind of delegate to already existing stake pools, and there's no kind of legal repercussions from that. So, like I say, from an investment point of view, guys, if you look at being an early investor in something like UNISWAP or PancakeSwap, I think PancakeSwap did a lot better actually. Quickly work that out. Roughly, PancakeSwap in less than a year is up 1700%. UNISWAP did exceptionally well as well. Not as well as PancakeSwap. I think it was like 3000% or something in around about a year. In fact, we'll be able to check that. Yeah, so it's obviously up 500% a year, but since it's kind of launched, it's done very, very well. And I think some of these DEXs on Cardano, such as PancakeSwap, offer you a similar kind of opportunity. Because they're going to be used, you know, they're not just a piece of technology that's been built on top of one of these blockchains that's just a hype train. You know, this is going to be a used protocol. It's going to be a farmed protocol. I think with the ERC20 converter as well, perhaps some of the ways you'll be able to get those tokens is through, because they might not list them all on exchanges, is through something like Sundaeswap. So I think there's a real use case for them. These are the tokenomics, which I like actually. There's only 25% going to the team, which is better than some of the other projects that I've looked into. You know, they got some money set aside for future hires, advisors, and the public, of course, get the majority. And this kind of makes it decentralized. You know, 55%. If you own 55% of a company, you know, you're the lead shareholder, and the public is the lead shareholder essentially in this. This is their roadmap. So Q3, which we're currently in, published audit results. I'm not sure how the audit's gone actually, guys. I should have really looked into that. To be honest with you, they are, because there's so many projects out there trying to get audited. It's taken some of them a lot longer to actually get somebody to come and audit them. So I've not actually seen the audit results yet. They might be out. Please let me know in the comments if they already are, and let everybody else know. It launches on the Cardano blockchain. There's going to be a bug bounty program, of course, initial stake pool offering, and token distribution. And then from there, you know, we're going to actually get swapping and get farming liquidity on a new DEX, which is going to be quite lucrative to start with, like they always start out, until they get known about, and it kind of goes less. So that's where we're at, guys. I think if you take advantage of this, you know, I believe the interface system is going to be very much, you know, you just come and connect your wallet, and essentially away you go, guys, and you'll be able to add liquidity, and you'll just be able to trade in and out of tokens, much the same as you can on the other networks. So that's really all I have for you guys. This wasn't really an in-depth guide. It was just perhaps, is it a good investment? I think there's real potential here, guys. I really do. I think if you're an early investor in something like this, it's going to serve you very, very well. And potentially, you could be looking at 100x here. You really could. I mean, I'm not just saying that. You know, this was over 100x. So we'll see what the future holds, guys. Very, very excited for this project to drop. Very excited to see what comes out of the Cardano ecosystem, and kind of get our hands and be early adopters in this new ecosystem that's yet to flourish. And I think you're going to be rewarded much the same as if you're an early investor in the other ecosystems. And we're seeing Solana right now and their ecosystem projects like Mango, etc. do very, very well. So it's really all I have for you in this video, guys. I'm going to love and leave you on that note. This was just a short and sweet update. Hopefully you've all had a fantastic week, and hopefully I will see you in the next YouTube video. If you've enjoyed the content, like, it's always appreciated. So as a comment, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Thanks a lot for watching.